Today guys, on Beer Geek Nation, we're continuing the Christmas beer extravaganza, and this one is the 2012 Anchor Brewing Our Special Ale release, coming in at 5.5% alcohol by volume. This is the 38th time that they've brewed this beer, and each time they brew it, it's a different beer. Whether it be a different spice or a different hop or a different malt, each time is not the same, and that's why a lot of people actually cellar these, do these big verticals. So, with that said, let me get into a glass, let you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give you the final verdict on the 2012 Anchor Brewing Our Special Ale. All right, guys, so the aroma on the 2012 Our Special Ale. Wow, big fruity yeast ester in this one. Definitely like a lager type of yeast ester coming off this. Maybe like a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of clove. There's almost like a peppermint type of flavor in there as well. A little bit of like a sugary maltiness. But yeah, a very estery smelling beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the 2012 Our Special Ale. Cheers. Yeah, the aroma definitely carries through in the taste. Very light, kind of fruity ester note right at the front of the tongue, middle of the mouth, a little bit of spiciness, maybe a little bit of cinnamon. There's like a light kind of minty note, almost like a spruce tip type of flavor in there. Very light. There's definitely like a brown ale type of flavor. Nice kind of roasty, caramely, maybe a light toffee type of character in this one. All very kind of nondescript, and you're not quite sure what's going on except for that fruity kind of estery quality in there. Definitely getting a clove type of flavor in there. Aftertaste, pretty sweet, semi-sweet. I would say aftertaste more of that kind of minty, clovey type of flavor, more of that fruity estery yeast type of flavor in there. It's kind of an odd beer. You don't really know what's going on. There's no one flavor that's kind of predominant, and none of the flavors that aren't are really kind of specific. It's a kind of a weird tasting beer. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Our Special Ale 2012 from Anchor Brewing, I'm going to give this one a B-. I'm not being blown away by this one. I just don't know what to think of it. It's kind of like a brown ale, kind of like a lager, kind of like a spiced ale. There's some mint in there. There's some caramel notes going on. There's a big kind of yeasty, lagery ester thing going on, and I'm not even sure if they use their proprietary, the Anchor Steam strain in this one or not, to say the truth, but it doesn't really do anything and ultimately leaves you kind of just questioning what is actually going on. Not that it's bad, it just, it doesn't, do that thing to make you think it's a special beer or a beer that you want to keep drinking or try again. So with that said, getting a B-, there's nothing wrong with it per se, but there's nothing noteworthy about it. It's just kind of ho-hum and leaves you wanting more, and leaves you wanting the next beer that isn't this one. So with that said, getting a B- from me, and remember folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.